Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, as I already advertised this is my first time when I'm having a live stream. And first of all, I would like to thank you for being here with me, and not only being here with me this time, but along this little journey that I had so far. I did not expect to have so much, how should I put it, traction in such a short time. But I knew that you guys are over there, and I also know that many more that have to be, how do you call it, announced. And there are people like me as well, fighting for the truth, justice, and unfortunately we have to oppose lies and all these influences that try to, I think, control us as free people. I've never done this before, but it's like speaking with you right here. So let's see. Just going to read some of these comments here. I don't know if they say I'm live, so let's go. Hello from Canada. Hello, thank you for being here with me, guys. I will start with a subject for this live stream, and the subject is the West's, I would say, the current West's competition against Russia, or its involvement in all this nasty situation we have in Ukraine. And unfortunately, a lot of people are caught. They lose their lives, and their country is destroyed, their nation is dismantled. And I think it's for interests beyond our reach. Yeah, I'm gonna go and change my shirt during this. I have here my friends. I'm going to do that. There's very many, a lot of comments here, so maybe I could just start with start talking about how we got to the Ukrainian situation, and or maybe not. Well, karate kimono. Well, let's do this. Let me maybe just go and be in a direct dialogue with you guys over there, and I'm trying to read as I'm here. And then if we have time after you exhaust your questions or comments, I love you too, guys, and hi. I will not mention your names here because I don't know. It's obviously it is in a chat, so people can see what you write over there. So tell you about Romania. Well, what can I tell you about Romania? Romania is a beautiful country, and too bad it's populated with some individuals who hijacked it. And this thing has been happening for some time. And unfortunately, what happened in Ukraine could have happened in Romania under different pretexts. What can I say? Romania is Romania. Unfortunately, is there. I'm here in the United States, and I think this so far, since I'm still here, provided me with things that I wanted. It's not perfect as any other country as well, as you know. Thoughts about Moldova? Yeah, Moldova is a country that was a territory that was taken from Romania. It was half of it, and now it's part of one country, which should be the entire Moldova. Now Moldova, at one point, actually, if you want to look at it, in 1918, in the 1st of December, the whole Romania, all the territories, united as a big Romania. That's the biggest it was since our ancestors, the Dacians. And they should be a country. If they decide to be something else, that's the people's decision over there in Ukraine, in Moldova. They should not. Nobody else should decide for the Moldovans what they want to be. If they want to be a state, That's their decision. I don't think anybody. Where's Gigi? No, but Gigi is working hard. Gigi. Anyway, so let me see here about Donbass. We have been shelled. Well, it's been shelled. Donbass, yes, has been shelled, and unfortunately, it's been shelled by the people who want to liberate Donbass. It's a very strange way of putting things. When Zelensky says, I'm going to liberate, but those guys don't really want to be liberated by you. So that's a contradiction right there. Whenever I'm not talking about Ukrainians, I'm talking about the leadership of Ukraine. They kill their own people, and you want them to liberate them. How did I learn English? Well, I learned English. I started English in the 6th grade. It was school. I was supposed to. I was not. I had a vocabulary because I had a VCR. In Romania, if you had in the communist times a VCR, maybe the whole town, let's say my town, I think my town was about 150,000 people, and 150,000, yes. And I had a VCR, and when you had a VCR, you had the whole friends over there watching whatever Western movies you watch from the West, obviously, United States, Hollywood. So I watched a lot from that, from the VCR. In school, we didn't learn much. Then I learned, from high school, then going to college, then coming here. When I came here, I knew very well how to write. I knew very well how to read, but I didn't have conversation skills because I didn't have that. But you acquire that in about a month. So let me see what other questions here. I'm sorry, it's a lot of, no, I'm not Croatian, but I like Mirko Krokop. You know who that is, right? And not only. I think that's, and I watched soccer, and I watched a good job in that, the 3rd place. Very good. Football, I call it, but speaking about Dacians, have you read about the Trajan-Dacians Wars? Yes, I read about it. And I've been to Sarmisegetuza many, many times. Every time I go visit Romania, a friend of mine, my best friend over there, takes me to the ancient ruins of Sarmisegetuza, which is the ancient Dacian capital. Fantastic place. If you never felt something of energy, of power, you go over there. Or at least you have to have a little, Windsor. Can you visit Windsor? I've been to Windsor many times. Going to Canada. I'm assuming that's Windsor, Canada. Mr. Are you Jersey? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Emily started Patreon. I looked into it. I don't know exactly what that does. I think it's something about money, but are you good? Well, I'm not good. I'm good and bad. I'm good and bad, not good and bad. That's not me to decide that one. You know what I mean? I can chill with you. Yes, I have a lot of people who would chill with me, but we don't have time. New Jersey. I've been to New Jersey many times. I stayed over there in New Jersey for about 3 months a long time ago, and I visited New Jersey. I have friends from New Jersey. One of my best friends lived in New Jersey, but he proved to be not my best friend. Show Montreal and you and John, 1 foot and snow in Montreal. Okay. I've been to Montreal as well. Where haven't I been? Well, how does your future look? EU? Well, it depends what happens. Someone asked here how the future look like post-Ukraine war according to you. EU future. Well, EU is kept together, not because necessarily the countries want to stay together. They're kept by the leaders, and it's very fragile, this unity or union. It depends what happens to Russia. If Russia collapses, then any country that would like to be independent, I think, in Europe or in the area, Eurasia, would have that Russia as an example, and they would say, if Russia was destroyed like that, who am I to do what? And I think this globalist forces will try to put us all together, and it's going to be a little plantation where we are the ones that are going to consume whatever we produce for other people's mostly benefits. But things seem to get narrower and narrow. And regarding the European Union, it could dismantle. Look what Nigel Farage did in with Great Britain. That was fantastic, and I think he was the biggest engine into that. And if you watch his speeches, they're very revealing and very, very intelligent, very courageous, very courageous. Remember when Nigel Farage was he had a little accident with airplane. Okay, let me go. I didn't know I could stop the comments because the comments were going. England house servants, France slave cutting. Well, I don't know why. Yeah, well, it is. If you look at the Great Britain, it is like a house servant. It is like a house servant because it's a little bit above, let's say, Romania, bottom feeder, or other countries that are in NATO, and even Germany. Germany, unfortunately, is a squeaky underneath. It's not as squeaky. It's like nothing. It's unfortunately, but I think it will wake up, and I think it's going to be possibly, very, very, and I don't wish that to happen, but it probably is going to be a violent awakening of Germany. Kamala and Meghan. Kamala, I like her better than Meghan 100%, because Kamala, at least, she doesn't play the card of victimhood as bad as Meghan plays. Meghan Markle, I'm assuming, not Meghan Kelly. I don't know if it's the same ring, but Meghan, it's just she became a princess or whatever she became, and she cries about being victim. It's unbelievable how much she had. But anyway, she cannot achieve that without the Harry, 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 yes, I don't know. But let's go down here. Oh my God, this got me down. Emil, what is your take on the failing education system in the U.S.? Well, remember what the bad guy said, the all evil, the most evil guy in the world. You know who that is? He said that how lucky how did he say it? That's what's going to try. Here in America, they try to have us educated with a diploma. And we say, hey, I'm educated. You can't, I'm no shit. I read the Wall Street Journal. I mean, bring me that, bring me the coffee. I'm busy right now. But it's how you think. Oh, I'm going to poke my eye. It's how you think more important than the information you got. Because if you have a solid way of thinking, in school, they give you information. They don't teach you how to challenge things. They always say, well, critical thinking, but it's not critical thinking because you have boundaries, and I think it's just dumbing down of the system. And the problem, they give you diplomas, and you say, I'm an educated person. Well, I can talk about that. I can write books on that. In my book, one of the books I wrote, I gave my opinion on how the U.S. educational system is, and let's see here. Britain has no industry. Well, when I came here in America, they told me that we are in a post-industrial economy. So that means we're not producing anything but massages and ladies of the night kind of services, and we're not going to have to produce. Why? And I think this is another way of looking at the world. We have other people do that for us. You know what I mean? And that's another way of, control. But the problem is, if you control those other countries that produce for you, then obviously you're going to have those things. But if the country becomes strong, like let's say China, they can say, well, we're not going to give you anything. So this shirt is not going to come from China anymore if it was made in China. And that's it. So you have to control the countries that you have them as sweatshops or whatever you have them. Unfortunately, do you think these guys think of us? No, we are very uncomfortable people talking. We are very uncomfortable people. And the more we know and the more courage we have to expose that, we become more dangerous. And they take care of you if you become more and more known, because you become a danger of poisoning people's mind. That's the worst thing that they can, people undressing the lie, like an onion, pop. That's how they do, with a layer. And there's a lie, another lie, but they keep putting lies. We have to, do that all the time. Let me go back here. It's a lot of messages here. I'm just trying to what can I say? Oh, I want to make a video after this with the Biden's words, I may be Irish, but not stupid. That tells you how much self-awareness that guy has between that and this. He has no filter. He's, unfortunately, that's sad. It is sad at this point. I'm not crying for Biden whatsoever, but I think it's sad that he's old. I think he's got some medical age related issues, and he didn't understand the implications of his statements. It's like I would say, well, I might be Romanian, but I'm not a thief. You know what I mean? Or I'm Romanian, but I'm not a I don't know, a liar or something. And I can use a lot of stereotypes in the American culture if I use certain kind of groups. Imagine that someone would say the same thing, but it seems like certain things are acceptable. Let's say if you make fun of you and say, hey, I might be Romanian, but I'm not a thief or something like that. But let's say someone would say, well, I'm Jewish, but I'm not. I don't like money. I mean, I know this is bad. But imagine someone saying something like that. It's a stereotype. That's it's an exaggeration. That's a slur. That is whatever it is. But it's just and anti-Semitic. It's not nice. But if you say it about yourself, you don't think that you're gonna hurt other people's. The implications. Greeting from Brazil, Neymar. Okay, let's see. Tell us of your wine. How do you make it? What kind, etc. About my wine. Well, I like wine. I don't drink. I drink only wine. Sometimes a beer when I get too sweaty after I don't know, mow the grass or I don't know, go outside. It's hot. But in the winter, I don't drink. And I drink maybe. It depends. I drink a glass maybe in 3 days. Sometimes I drink a glass a day of wine, no beer. Now, what wine I like? It depends what I eat. Obviously, I drink according to what I eat, because I don't drink wine when I do it in front of you guys here and so on. That's always, or most of the time, it is sweet, and it is the Moscato, or I drink ice wine. Ice wine is very, very good. It's very, very expensive. Now, the wine I make, I have 3 kinds of grapes at this point. One, which is Vidal. That's a white wine, kind of a grape, and you make ice wine out of it. I didn't make yet because I didn't have enough yet. And the other ones is Mars. That's not a wine, but that's how I started with. And I have Concord, which I like it a lot. That's what I had in Romania, and I drink over there. I like Concord. And obviously, each and every wine, when you make it, since you turn from the sugar, you turn it into alcohol, is not sweet. So you have to work on the sweetness, and you make it according to your pleasure. I like Merlot, but with obviously with meat and red meat and so on. I like Sauvignon. I like that one. It depends. I used to like Pinot Grigio, not anymore, but because I drink whites are sweet for me, and reds when I drink, as I said, Concord. So let's see what here. All right, so kids copy. I can't tell you how many kids I have because that was a question here. I can't tell you. Hi from Slovakia. I've been to Slovakia many times. I've been to Czechoslovakia, and I've been to Slovakia and Czech Republic. I can't tell you how many kids I have. That's why I don't advertise, because I try to keep it, not that I would share with you, but there's a lot of crazies out there, and I don't mind being attacked at all. I don't mind, physical or verbal. I don't care. I don't have a problem with that. People can do stuff to me, and I will defend myself. But I don't like when other people attack children or people who are vulnerable. I think that's very, very low, and I don't like that. That's why that's with the kids. Hi from Slovakia. Poland. Oh, Poland. I've been to Poland many times. Bratislava, yeah. Brno, isn't Brno in? I've been in Brno a few times. Bratislava, oh no, yeah, and it's Bavaria. I've been in Bavaria. I've been in Munich a few times and some visits. I've been to the Bavaria. Okay, I can tell you more about Bavaria because it's politically incorrect. You know what I mean? Let's see here. What year were you born? Well, how old do you think I am? If I come closer to you, you're gonna. Anyway, I don't mind being old or middle age or something, or hiding I don't know, white hair. I went had a haircut a day ago or so, and the guy said, "Well, I cut some white hair." I don't care. I don't really care. I'm not here to you know. I know. I mean, I can look around, and I have. Oh, I own a mirror, but anyway, Ned Kelly. About principles, you have to uphold them, and you uphold them with sacrifice. That's when you really show that you have principles. I have principles, but I cut corners. We make mistakes. Sometimes, we are caught in the hypocrisy trap when sometimes we don't realize that we're hypocritical. But if I'm called out, I'm ready to admit it, because why? I'm not perfect whatsoever. So I had to quit alcohol 26 years ago. Well, I drink with the food. Okay, Brazil. Yes, Brazil. I never been to Brazil. What year? Okay, let's go down. Were you in the army? I can't provide you with that kind of information because we are not the only ones here, but they already know anyway everything about me. I'm from Poland. I disagree with most of your arguments, but appreciate an alternative point of view. I have nothing against Polish people. I take people as individuals. But when I talk about, let's say, Hungary, I can't deny that between Romania and Hungary, there was a lot of historical killings and fights and all that. So when I meet a person, you can be, let's say, a Hungarian, that which we are supposed to hate, and they are supposed to hate Romanians. If you are a good person, you are an intelligent person, that's fine. You're going to be my best friend. I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're white, black, yellow, purple. I don't care. I'm not going to use Martin Luther King, the content of your character, but basically that's what I'm looking for. Regarding Poland, I can tell you my origin because obviously a lot of people are mixed in this and that. But I know from people surrounding me that Ukrainians don't like the Poles. I have Polish friends, but it's just history sometimes plays a subjective role in our analysis and in our pleasure and displeasure. And I appreciate you, Stefan. Yep. I appreciate you saying that, and that's fine. It's alternative point of view. We always learn. If you don't look at alternative points of view, you learn. Sometimes you don't have time to look at all the alternative points of view. Salutări din Suceava. Servus. Do you think the U.S. will use their troops in Poland, or that Belarus will engage Ukraine from their border? No, the U.S. already, I think, has troops inside Ukraine. I think, and it's not only me saying that. There's other individuals who have more information than I do. The Belarus will engage Ukraine. I don't think they will. That would be stupid. I made a video, I think, today, and I explained my take on that. And it would be stupid to engage another country, because then everybody else on the outside, outside the Western countries, will say, see. And I think the Russians are just taking note and say, okay, you helped Ukrainians against us, or you did this. So then we're going to talk to you later if we don't collapse. So I don't think they will, and they're not needed. I don't know how. I think the Belarusian army is not the best one. And I think they would do more damage if Belarus will get into Ukraine than good for the Russians. The Russians don't need the Belarus. The Russians employed about 300,000 or 400, let's say 500,000 fighters so far. Remember, they didn't engage with the 1 million and 1.2 million that they have as conscript, or whatever they have as a general army, a standing army. And they have a potential of 30 million. So they are fighting with this, with Ukraine. That's what they use out of everything they could. So why do we need? Why would they involve the Belarus? I don't think so. But you never know. People make mistakes, right? Mistakes. Please invite the Prime Minister pole dancer in your show. No, because the Prime Minister, there would be Mr. Fringe Minority, the communist guy. I have friends and relatives in Canada, and I don't know, man. I don't know. That guy is dangerous, very dangerous. And the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister pole dancer. The Finland's Prime Minister, the lady of the. I explained my. I mean, she's good looking. I might invite her, but anyway. Again, she tried to defend her actions in such a weasel way, like she was talking with kindergarten children. I mean, if you're kindergarten, you're a child, but anyway, it's just she insults people's intelligence so much. But we always have this group, we have this strata of the society that will bite and get this kind of they will not understand, but they vote. I don't understand many things. I don't want to say, hey, I'm the one who understands, okay, and these guys are dumb as shit. No, I don't, even if it sounded like that, and that's not what I mean. We have our limits. But I think we understand more than others, and others understand more that we support her. All right, let's see what we have here. Romanians were a big part of the truckers' convoy. Why is that? I think Romanians, I don't know. I can't say. I saw some Romanians over there. A truck driver was interviewed, and he was with a big accent like me. And I looked around, and I said, this is a Romanian. Anyway, I don't know why, but some of us still are very stressed of our experience, what we lived under the communist system over there. And we see certain signs that are here, and we immediately go back with but I have Romanians that are older than me, lived under the communist system, and they just bite like little fish, the whatever you cast. There's it, boof, jump on it. So no, I don't know. I met people, Romanians here. One of them kicked me out of his house, if you can imagine that. The conversation was, yeah, he kicked me out. We had a conversation, and there was some alcohol involved. And on our side, but it was not like, oh my God, I'm going to start fighting. Romanians start fighting when they get drunk. But these guys were weasels, so there was not about fighting. But the guy, he let some things on, and we're talking about gun control here, supposed gun control. And I was all for guns. And the guy was upset that I had a gun, not on me, because I don't bring my guns with me in someone's house when I visit. I mean, you respect the host, so you don't bring things that you don't know if the person likes them or not, especially a gun. So I left it in my car, obviously. My car was outside his house in the street. And since I told him that, he started attacking me and so on. I was, what the hell? You come from Romania, man. I mean, over there, we are turned and twisted and all that. If I go to Romania and I ask Romanians, hey, over there, how about guns? Why shouldn't we have guns? Why don't we fight for that? And they are like, the population. They say, well, this is the argument. Can you imagine what would happen with the Romanians? They would shoot one another. I said, well, maybe we get rid of idiots like that. We just eliminate them because they're going to shoot at one another for what, a traffic stop? Okay, there's those idiots gone. We're going to, you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm trying to overemphasize certain things so people, can see how idiotic that argument is, I think. But anyway, let's see what's here. Man, I'm going slow here. I'm sorry. Denazified. I don't know about denazified. It's just you need a moderator as soon as possible. I don't want to make a lot of. I can speak a lot about a lot of subjects, but I don't. When I make videos, I don't want to go on and on and on. I don't want to bore people, so that's why I make them within 8 minutes and 10 minutes if I can. So people can get certain idea of my take on certain things. Russia will never get Odessa, someone said. Well, I don't like to use the words never because we never know, right? Don't use never because we never know. I don't know. All right. And what you drink alcohol? Wine. Let's see here. Well, I don't know if I insult communism by, someone said here, man, stop insulting communism by linking Trudeau. Well, when you have a group, and only one group, that would tell everybody else what to do and what's good for everybody else, and you have only one party that would be in control, and there's no other option from the get-go, there is not right. You don't have the option to change things. So that's the beginning of the system that was here. I don't like taking from someone and giving to someone else in the equity name, so-called, just because someone has. If he acquired that wealth or riches by illegal means, yes, by all means, take it and use it for the benefit of all of us. But who's the one who's going to determine that? Sometimes people think that the government is the one who's going to be honest, and those guys are not the best people, or not good or bad, or they are, like us. They're just like us. You know what I mean? They have limitations. So you can't allow people just to tell you how to live like that. That's one thing. And there were some good things under the communist rule in Romania. I liked education. It was rigorous and good. I liked that they had an all medical system. Everybody worked. I liked that one. Well, tell those communists who love communism in the United States or in a capitalist, which this is not a capitalist society. This is a mixture between, and it's a proportion. Socialist, like they say, oh, Canada is socialist. It's not socialist. There's not socialist anything about, let's say, oh, the communist. Oh, they said that here. Your connection is unstable. Please wait while we're reconnecting. All right, they said that the connection is unstable and they're reconnecting. So I don't know. I was talking about communism, and I'm from Romania. Someone asked here where I'm from. Okay, what do you think of the Chinese system? The Chinese so far, and lifted most people. Okay, about China. I have a lot of friends, people who watch my videos talking about what do I have about China? I should go and visit. First, China is not a communist country. China, without the capitalist investment and the opening of the capitalist system, would not be where they are. I'm grateful and fantastic, but they didn't get to getting them out of the poverty. If you look at when that started and the capitalist system, if you look at the graph, you see that they are almost identical. When they started getting the Chinese population out of the poverty, it coincided with the influence of the investment, the capitalist country's investment. China is in between. Yeah, they have a communist system, a general capitalist party in charge and so on, but it's not a communist economic system whatsoever. Because if you look at China, look at the Big Leap. Read about it and see how many people died during that. And that was the communist at its worst, I would say. And it was what? Wasn't it Mao? And then, it's just, I was talking about any country that's more of this or more of that, but they go together. Like, for instance, you have a pension. If it's given by the state, suppose it's a socialist thing. It's you have services from the state, from the government. Again, it's a socialist, net and safety net and so on. I understand that. We're not animals like that. But on the other hand, I can't, accept people taking advantage of the system. So China, yes, China did that. But I think that without the influx of the money and the companies that were allowed to leave their countries where they made the money, China would not be where it's at right now. I think it would be very much lower than it is right now. I'm glad that people are doing better, much better, and I'm glad. But you have to think how many of them. And besides, you have $1.4 billion only money people, and I'm great. I mean, that's great. But you have to look at the sacrifices as well. I mean, if you have, let's say, 10 people, and from 10 people, 1 is doing okay, but the 9 are dead, I disagree with that. You know what I mean? So the sacrifice versus the result. I hope they're doing better and better. I'm rooting for the Chinese people. I'm against evil, not against a certain kind of nation or people. So good for them. How do I develop such an independent viewpoint? Despite growing up in a communist country? My father was the I'm not gonna cry here, right? My father was the light. He was special, like any other father, I would say, because I'm pretty sure your father most likely was special. But from my father, and then we had a lot of conversation. It was a very we used to stay nights and discuss. That's how our parties were, kind of like that. Uh, Family parties, when we met for Christmas or like that, we didn't drink like pigs or something. The adults were talking things, intellectual things, and when we started growing, I don't know, 14, 15, we started asking questions and so on. A lot of things that I knew and I know come from the conversations I had with people in my family. My grandfather, because the other one I did not meet, unfortunately, and my father and our friends, their friends, my friends, we had this kind of conversation. And then I think you need to break a ceiling, because you can be very intelligent per se, from genetic intelligent, not talking about me here, okay, in general, or you can get the information, you can read a lot of books. Some people don't break that ceiling that would open your mind to be objective. Try to be objective. That's a fight, because we like and we dislike certain things. And I think it's a you have to self educate, or educate yourself. And then I read a lot, I don't know, a lot compared with whom, but I read about, I was into Zen Buddhism. I read a lot about religion, when I was searching for religion in general, trying to answer fantastic discovery in my life, philosophy per se, philosophers. And from there, knowledge, it's something that I didn't say, okay, now I'm going to read about, what should I read about? I had the urge. That was something I think I was lucky, I don't know, from my family. So that's how I think. But I don't know, we have flaws, obviously, and it's more or less. I have my pleasure and displeasures. Emil, why Russia occupied Bessarabia? No, it's incorrect. It was not Russia occupying Bessarabia. It was Soviet Union occupying Bessarabia. And Bessarabia was asked for through via an ultimatum. Do you know who was born today? Yes, Joseph Vissarionovich Djugashvili. That's Joseph Stalin. Stalin, the man of steel. That's his pseudo. Like Trotsky. Trotsky is not his name. His name is Bromstein. He was a Jew, but who cares, right? Well, you should care about these things, because they throw a lot of garbage on Russia's shoulders, as being, like Russia. This mistake that I see, I think it's a mistake because it's inaccurate, not because I don't like it. Bessarabia was not taken by Russia. Yeah, Russia was in control. Stalin, all these guys were not Russians. So anyway, it was an ultimatum in 1940 when the Soviet Union told the weasel Romanians then and said, we need that. We need to go to the Carpathians. So the whole Moldova, we want it. But somehow they said, but because we're nice, Stalin said, we're going to take only half of it. And then after they took it, they create this buffer zone, buffer state, Republic of Moldova, Bessarabia, which was that province. That's how it was taken. And Romanians could not get it back. Romania, supposedly, that's what they say, in the history, wanted to get it back. That's why they joined the Germans in their attack of Soviet Union. But the problem, after they liberated Bessarabia, the Germans said, no, you can't stop here. Let's go. It's only rock and roll. And they did. So, and then that's why Antonescu, the Marshal Antonescu, in those times, he was killed like a dog, like many Romanians were killed. Ceausescu was killed like a dog. I mean, justice is justice, but well, I liked Argentina. I like Messi. I'm not for Argentina per se. They played very well. I like Messi. He's that's why wherever he plays, I look for him. Barcelona, now he plays in France, right, in PSG. I watch him. I like Mbappe too, but not to that point. I like Ronaldo, but I like midfielders. I don't like people who score, because the ones who score, they need the ball from someone else to score. The midfielder makes them score. They need a little bit of more understanding of the whole thing. That's why I think the midfielder is if he's a bad midfielder, you're not going to have a very good goal scorer. But let's see here. Scott Reader. Repeat that NATO is a joke. Well, maybe it is from the side. What do you think? NATO is a joke. NATO is United States, and sometimes you build credibility and by having numbers. So then you have numbers. By numbers, in this case, United States has legal access to all these NATO countries' territories. Yes, it's a joke because it's United States, and the rest are just militarily, yes, could be considered a joke. Not all of them, but most of them. I mean, think about it. Romania has, I don't know, like 20 fighter jets. That's a joke. It is a joke. What do you think? But the territory is very good strategically located. That's why Romania is over there, strategically located. So United States is actually the same with the European Union. European Union was not created for Romania, Hungary, Czech Republic, Slovenia, or whatever. No, it was created for Germany and France. And Great Britain got out because other reasons. But it's not because, oh my God, we didn't like it. It was other reasons, because is the, I hate to say this, but is the Anglo-Saxon model. And if you look, United States was mostly allied with, I'm not talking about the war for independence war or something like that, or the 1812 war between United States and Canada or Great Britain, however you want to call it. But it's still it's that connection between them. The Americans have access into Europe through United States, Jesus Christ, through Great Britain mostly. Remember General de Gaulle? He said Europe should understand two things. Americans don't live in Europe, and Great Britain or / England is an island. So we are Europeans, they are outsiders. But the same, they have access like this. If you look at the Napoleonic Wars, the same thing. They had the same thing with Napoleon. That's interest. And I don't blame them. I mean, do you think that if the French, if the French could take control of Great Britain, they wouldn't? They would. They tried. They did. Battle of Hastings or whatever that was in 1044 was it, or something like that? And not only that, they took control of the islands for about 200 some years, if I remember correctly, something like that. I don't have to be precise, but I know they took. That's why a lot of words, I can remember 40% of the I think of English language is Latin. Why is that? Because of that occupation, among others. So let's see here. It's not a joke, but it's not what they pretend to be. Let's see. And I'm a loser because someone says, oh, got me down. I don't know where that is. Oh my. Someone said, Emil said about 4 weeks ago that Russia will take Bakhmut, and he said Emil is a loser. Well, we can't be always right, and that was my prediction. A prediction is one thing, and that's what you think is going to happen. You can be wrong, yeah. That's why when you make a prediction, that's not 100%. I'm not defending myself, but yeah. And besides, you make mistakes, not mistakes, but you can't be accurate 100%. I mean, that's true, but I think they will, and. Didn't they do it right now? Aren't they right now over there? So I don't know. What I say, I don't try to be. I'm not a god, and I don't pretend to be all-knowing. That's it. I know as much as I know, but I know much more than the people that probably you guys would watch on the TV, because listen to them. There was another reason why I started this, because I got sick of listening to these guys. I didn't listen, but watch a few shows and realize those guys are dumb, or those guys are weasels. I know more than those guys. I can do better. And where's the alternate view? Because you're definitely lying. You're definitely lying. You're lying. Where's the opposite? Oh, only on YouTube, or you have Tucker Carlson. That's it. And don't start me with the other one. What's his name from Fox? No. So that was, I'm better than those. I know more than those. So I say, why should I not talk? So, and they are over there and I'm over here. But it's okay. There's many like me and I'm great. But I don't have the time. Oh, 560 people in chat. Amazing. Like the stream. Oh, thank you very much. I don't, I so much here that I can't, I'm sorry. I know I will miss a lot of them, most of you, but I'm just trying to go down here and go, maybe you can post, I don't know. It's so much. I didn't expect this. Buna Romania, please read Greenstein's recent book, Zionism During the Holocaust, a very important work and from enlightened and most enlightening. So someone said here, Buna, I'm assuming is Romanian, please read review Tony Greenstein's recent book, Zionism During the Holocaust, a very important work and most enlightening. Well, you think I can't say a lot of things here for that particular reason. There are things that you can't touch. And if you touch, you get in big trouble still, telling the truth in this kind of situation. It's a revolutionary act. But I read another book, not only, I read a lot of books, but one that is with on the same topic is Norman Finkelstein, or Finkelstein, they say it here, Norman. He used to be an associate professor at DePaul University, I think, in Illinois or something. He did not get a tenure because he got in a little scuffle at Democracy Now!, if you know that program, with Dershowitz, Alan Dershowitz, a weasel, my God. And he did not, people say that Finkelstein might have been denied tenure because Dershowitz, who was a Harvard professor at that time, constitution law professor, might have spoken with some others. So if you look at Norman Finkelstein, Holocaust industry, the Holocaust industry, that's a book, then it's going to tell you a lot. Both his parents, Finkelstein's parents, parents or grandparents, I can't remember. I think parents, not parents, were involved in the Holocaust or whatever. I can't remember exactly which is which. He's considered like Noam Chomsky or Howard Zinn. Why I point there? Because I have books of these guys. Considered self-hating Jews. Why? Because they don't go with whatever they're supposed to. So it's a lot, but thank you very much for that. I don't know how thick it is because it depends. I mean, I like to read a book from start to end in one session if I can read it, and because then you're like hot with it. I know you retrieve about 15% of it, but you can always go back, and I always underline, so I can go back to whatever I read and I underline or write on the side of the book. My God, let's say how close the Spanish is Romanian language. Romanian is classified as a Romance language. It's close, and it's not as close as Spanish with Portuguese, but it's close. You can guess. I mean, you can probably learn Spanish very fast. 1066. Thank you very much. Who was hit in the arrow? Harold was, or Canute? Harold was hit in the eye with the arrow in the eye. I think so. Did you like Ceausescu? He did good things and he did bad things, Ceausescu. And he had his limitation. And unfortunately, and I have to say that when we get older, we obviously behave differently, and we become more conservative in our worldview and all that. So therefore, Ceausescu, as he started getting older, he was more concerned about his safety, and he got, they say, oh, he got paranoid. I think that if I would have been Ceausescu, under that system with no checks and balances, I don't know if I would have behaved like him or worse. That's why it's hard to analyze. He did good things, he did bad things. He was limited, I say, with the knowledge. I don't know how they say that he was very smart, but I don't know his thought process. They said he was sneaky and smart, but I don't think he got information, knowledge. He didn't read, let's put it this way, he didn't. But he was fast and a sneaky guy. Now, hi, Emil, will NATO disintegrate? No, I don't think so. That's the new police, legal police of this planet, and they will use it to make every country allow the industrial interest, the the business. If I want to get into, let's say, Nicaragua, and then Nicaragua doesn't want to let me, I will find something that Nicaragua, I don't know, castrated someone, and I will get with human rights, UN and NATO will come and take care of Nicaragua, and then you're going to take over Nicaragua. I don't know what they have over there in Nicaragua, but if you look at, I have a book here that I read a long time ago here in the United States, Overthrow. I presented it in another program that I made, and they tell you how many times in countries CIA overthrew over the planet for industrial banana in the South, banana and Hoover banana industry, and other where they need to go somewhere to suck the energy from that country. They will go and plunder it, and they will use the U.S. military. Now they use the NATO, but it's United States basically. Shout out Kadyrov. Okay, Kadyrov. He's in trouble today about Kadyrov speaking Chinese. That's Emil in Duran. Yes, I used to watch Alexander and Alex Cristoforo and Alexander. I can't remember his name right now. Even though I used to watch Alexander. I can't remember his last name, man. It's unbelievable because I liked him more than Alex Cristoforo. I like them both, and I used to watch them sometime, but not anymore because I'm very BRICS. Yes, BRICS is gonna increase. No, the American intelligence won't arrest me because I'm part of that. No, I'm just kidding. Well, they will come and question me. I expect that to have a knock on my door and be questioned, and I expect that. But what could happen? Get me, arrest me, beat me up, hurt me, kill me. So, I mean, what? You know what I mean? I don't want to be a martyr here or something like that. It's not about that. I'm a little fish in a big expect. I know that these things could happen. Remember when it was the September 11 attacks here, and I think it was a video on YouTube as well. I don't know if it was in YouTube, 2000. I can't remember when I saw it, but it was a guy who was working out. I don't know, like 60 years old guy, and he said something about something politically incorrect. FBI came and spoke with him the next week or the next weekend or something for speaking something disagreeing with the why they hate us because we're so free. Anyway, so I'm ready because what can happen? They will beat you up, they will threaten you, they will blackmail you, they will take care of your family, they will do whatever. Okay, well, I'm, how should I put it, as Madeleine Albright said in the, I'm okay. Be it, I mean, but I'm too small, so I go by that. Too small. There are other people who are more important than I, Anyway, oh my God, go way down here. I don't know. It's just jumps like this. I can't. Another one here. Okay, that's a lot of books, people, but we don't have time. It's really you have a limit at one point when you accumulate, and then when you start working. Obviously, you do this and that. You get engaged in other situations, other things, or this. You don't have time. You don't have time anymore. I wish I would have a daytime, long of 50 hours or something. I want to read. I want to get information. I want to know more. I want to talk more. I want to communicate with people. I want to know what they say. I want to know their point of view. I want to exchange information. Whether you were wrong, this is the reason why, or look into that, Emil. That was wrong. Okay, thank you very much. I have an ego, big ego. But when it's about knowledge, I know that if someone says, Emil, you were wrong over there because of this, and they give me the information, that means this guy actually helped me. Thank you very much for helping me. You gave me knowledge. I'm smarter now, not smarter, but more knowledgeable. For me, when someone criticizes me to learn, that's an opportunity for me. Well, you understand when it's a hurting, like, hey, Emil, you have a big nose and you're stupid. That kind of criticism is like, okay, yeah, so what? You know what I mean? I'm not here for a beauty contest or anything like that. Let's see what else here. I know, that's why I put it after 2 o'clock. And someone has said here, Emil, I came to see you after World Cup final. That was a crazy World Cup. I tell you that. I was like ecstasy and how's that? Agony and ecstasy. It was like but that was a great World Cup, and that's why I put it at 2 o'clock, because I watched it too, and I knew that some of you will watch that. But thank you very much for being here. Thank you. All right, what is this? Greetings from Romania, Transylvania, Carpathian Camel Toe Crew. All right, Camel Toe Crew. Okay. Why Russia doesn't? The thing is, it's in Transnistria, and they call it peacekeepers, as United States calls the guys in Syria. I don't know what they're calling the guys over there. And remember, those guys are looting the oil from Syria. Yeah. The United States of America military is over there. So I disagree with Russia having troops over there. I'm not for it. But, I would like to always, with the Bible, mentioning that, saves you. Regarding Russians in Moldova and America in Syria. I don't know. I'm not defending Russia when it's undefendable. Like I see people talking about certain books or certain people, certain circumstances. But it's not about defending it. That's wrong. Why do you have troops over there? Take them out. Let the other weasels come over. By the Moldovans, when they take over, like the Ukrainians did with the guys who said, you know what, in Donbass, and said, we're not going to be with you. Okay, send the tanks. Is that what's going to be? I don't know. Was Transnistria part of Moldova? Some people said Bessarabia. Some people said yes. Some people said no. Remember, not half, 1/3 of Moldova was taken, the southern part, and given to Ukraine. So Ukraine, at this point, has part of Moldova, of Romania, in its territory, was given to them. Why is that? So why don't we talk about that one? Yeah, it was bad. It's bad to have those Russian troops over there. That's true. Keep the peace. You know how it is, right? So yeah, look at, as I said, if it's neutral country. And the Moldova is not a neutral country. You know that. I mean, you're neutral when you say, okay, I don't think Moldova is that neutral. What population of the Roma ended up in Sicily? I don't know anything about that. Europe needs Russia to survive. I don't know. If Europe plunders other states, we'll be able to survive, but they're working on it. The problem is the other side is working on it too. Biden had those unfortunate African leaders in Washington, D.C., a few days ago. Why do you think that was over there? To make sure that, hey, money, I'm going to come and visit you. I love you. Why? Influence China, Russia, and it's another scramble for Africa. And unfortunately, the African countries and African people will be, they can't, be left alone, find their own ways and do whatever they do best, make a better life, or whatever they decide, because people who come from outside not necessarily want are on their best interest, or they look for the African interest. So it will survive, I think, but maybe a little bit different. But Emil, you need to turn off camera, just have voice. All right, I don't know why. The weasels. Well, we are weasels, or we were all weasels at one point. Donbass is Ukraine. Well, I don't dispute that, and I don't know what to say. Do you agree that Kosovo is Serbian? You know what I mean? What is your opinion on Vlad Cepes, on Vlad the Impaler? He's my, since I was a little boy, he was my idol, Vlad the Impaler. Yes, Vlad Cepes was and still is. You see him over there, the white statue? That's him over there. And I have books with him, numerous books with him. I like his kind of justice, even though it's not, how should I put it, politically incorrect. And I know it was extreme and so on. But yet he is and will be my, I remember, my idol and my preference. I know my good cousin of mine who lives in Canada. I can give you more information on that. Well, I can give you, he lives in Ontario. And whenever Stefan the Great, mine was Vlad Cepes. So we looked at things differently. Back in your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. I don't know what that is. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I don't even know how this functions. Oh, I'm back in or something. I don't know. It says your connection is unstable. Wait until reconnecting. So I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. So I'm going to talk like continuously. How do you predict the war to end? If Putin and his leadership is taken out, then that's the way it's going to end, because taken out by outside forces, not by inside forces. The military will be paid by the enemies and take over. That's what's going to happen. One. Second one, when the Ukrainians will not have more troops to fight, and their military will refuse to fight in the name of their masters. That's another way. Another way is when people in Europe and in North America and Canada will start feeling that they pay a financial real price for that, which I don't know if they are or not, the European mostly, then that could change. And the Russians, if they will push the Ukrainians, but I don't know exactly how far, because their goal is to denazify, demilitarize, one of the goals of Ukraine. Well, I think that the Russians will reach the territorial goals that they have, but then they have to create a buffer zone between Russia and whatever is going to be over there, that buffer zone. So either the Europeans going to say enough is enough, we're going down, our population is hurt, but it's always an opportunity of our rights. But I think these are the main scenarios. That could be some other ones as well. Some military breakup in Ukraine, and then probably the Europeans will say, what the hell, are we going to intervene? Not the European. The US, we're going to intervene over there. That's another always a chance. And remember, the Russians are trying to disperse and destroy Ukraine from within. That's what you do. So probably they are in contact or try to contact certain Ukrainian generals to create a little insurrection. Anyway, what do you think about what do you think about daughter swap? Probably about the swap about Ashihara or Bud. Opa, Ashihara or Bud. Well, I know what Ashihara is, and I love Ashihara, if that's Ashihara. Ashihara, the martial art, or one of my, how do you call him, acquaintance, used to be friend of mine in Romania. Yes, Ashihara, very, very good style, strong, very, very good. About the swap, that was a political, how do you call it, stunt here. And I'm just saying this. Look at the mass media, not even talking about the Whelan as much anymore. It's going to just wane away. Why? Because the main person is back. So they're going to talk about, oh, what is Greener doing? What is the cannabis girl doing? Oh, my God. Anyway, that was a good deal for the Russians. I tell you that. But remember, you don't know if Mr. What's his name, Baut, is not an agent right now. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be under observation, because they released him, but he could be now an agent on the other side. But see, his Victor Baut, his head was going to have an ascendant. You're going to see this guy in politics. They're going to use him as a hero and all that. Well, he was an arms dealer. All right, Pentagon is an arms dealer too, isn't it? But a legal one. Why? Because we don't do weapons. We don't sell weapons to the bad dudes. Let me take my Paganini and okay, yeah, all right, thank you very much. This is what I hated about the mass media. They lie just like that, and you're like, how below 86 should I be to get you? All right. Whew, man, it's a lot of here. I'm sorry. Will EU form an army? They have to first take United States off their back and do an, I don't know what kind of technique, getting back and start their own. But no, because you're going to have Romania, Poland, and other countries that are 100% under U.S. Occupation in any way. I mean, political occupation, let's put it this way. And Germany and France, they can try, but I don't know. Emil might be better on Gonzalo Lira than the Duran. I don't know. I know Gonzalo Lira. I saw him a few times. Who killed Franklin Roosevelt? You know who. There are books written about that. But like, yeah, he served Yeah, let me so. Cancho for all banderitas. I don't know what it is, but cancho, I know what cancho is, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm jumping to avoid buffering next time. Options on YouTube Studio. Oh, no, okay, that's. I have to. You're changing shirts. What should I tell you about my changing shirts? I change my shirts so I don't bore you. I do that for you, not for me. I think I come with a shirt all the time. It's like, what the hell, this guy is, But they try to change. I mean, if I would have the opportunity and possibility, I would like to change this. I would like to do it from different areas in my house that I would think that are different, just to change the angle. But I couldn't find that yet. Or outside, going and like what's his name, Alexander. Cristoforo does, walks around with that on the street. Okay, I like to do that. I like to go by the, I can't say where, but anyway, areas, and I like to do that, but not yet. Not yet. All right, let's see what is. Respect to you, my friend. As I said, I'll do it for you. It's like, okay, what's. Oh, Mercuris. Yes, Mercuris. Yes. That's Alexander Mercuris. That's his name. Thank you very much, David. Probably other people's wrote, but I don't know. It's just too many. I can't keep up. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Respect Romanian people. I don't know. Romanian, you have to earn respect, which is something. Did you ever see Franco when you visited Freco? Oh, Freco. Oh, my God. You know about Freco. No, Freco disappeared when the whole gang dispersed. Freco was a wanker, you call it? A guy who will on the street. He would do this, and on the street. And as we were kids, we know him. We called him Freco because he was, how do you call it, frictioning his carrot or whatever, polishing his carrot, whatever you call it. And the guy was doing that, and we put a flashlight on him, and he was by it. He was just like this, and you could see only his hand moving. And anyway, no, I didn't see Freco. Probably he's dead. I mean, he was about 40 then, so then add some years, unless they live a long life. I don't know. What gave you the motivation to start your YouTube channel? I said my frustration with those idiots lying and being idiots. And I said, what is going on? Those guys, I can't remember their names, but I can look at the ones basically from CNN. And I looked at them and I said, but they are lying. But that's not true. They have a voice and people watch them. And what's the alternate? That's a lie. And I said, I know more than that guy. Why is he over there? Why is he doing it? Not that I wanted to be over there, but I wanted people to find more about, not that only point of view, and they were lying. And I said no, and I had this urge for a long time ago. And actually, I will tell you exactly how we started the first video. Maybe it's still, I didn't delete it, but it's right there. I will tell you. But I said I wanted to do this for before, but I got into certain kind of other things that postpone it, positive things. But then I ended up again. I said, you know what? I have to do this. How I made my first video, if you really want to know, it's right there. I made it in Romanian. Why? Because my accent. I was afraid that I will have, if I would start in English, which I don't care right now, and I didn't care for some time anyway, because of my accent. And I will have people saying, you don't know shit, your accent. I said, you know what? If people are interested in my information that I provide and my point of view, they will ignore my broken English or my shirt or whatever. And I turned it into English. But my first 10 videos were in Romanian. And my first one, a lot of things got me started out of anger. I know that's bad, but anger, and I was very, very upset at that time. And I drank some good wine. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. And if you watch my first video, I was very, let's put it like that. And maybe by the speech, you understand. If you're Romanian, probably you understand. So that's how I started my first one. I said, you know what? It was not about courage. It was like a maximum of anger. I said, what's going to happen? I was afraid of maybe, being, I don't even know, but I said, that's the time. Fuck it. I'm going to do it. And I did it. And I'm glad. And I should have started this a long time ago. Because I always said, well, maybe I don't have enough knowledge. Why should I speak? Maybe, you're afraid to tell about yourself or say certain things because you never know everything. So when you come over and you say, hey, this is my assessment on this situation, you're going to have people who know more than you. And they will say, hey, Emil, you're an idiot. You missed this one, you missed that one. And you say, oh my God, I should just go back over there. And, you make this, and then you realize, wait a second, those guys on the TV, they have no shame. No shame. And I know more than them. So no. And I think, when are you going to know enough to allow yourself to go in front of a camera? Never. Because you will never know everything. You die before, like 80 or 90. Let me tell you guys how it was. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm doing it right now. Who wants to listen to me? Listen to me. I make mistakes? Yes. Limitations? Yes. So that's how I started, out of frustration. But I had this for a long time. Emil, why Russian call us Romanians gypsies? It's not only the Russians. We're called by the Germans Zigeuners, which means Tsigan, gypsies. We're called by the French because we have a big population of gypsies in Romania. The biggest population in Europe is in Romania of gypsies, like 2 or 3 million now. I don't know. That's why. And because gypsies are associated with very negative connotations and acts, that's why. So they try to insult us. That basically, it's used to be, I don't know if it's still maybe the biggest insult that you can call a Romanian, but you'll outlive it because it's the same thing. Okay, am I a gypsy? Okay, if I'm a gypsy, so what? I don't look at okay, they call us this or they call us that. I don't care. Why don't you meet me? That's why when I meet here people and I say, hey, I'm Romanian. Oh, because they ask me, hey, where are you from? Oh, because I don't know what kind of weasel Romanian they met. So when I say, well, I'm Romanian, I was like expecting the guys to say, oh my God. And I was ashamed. But I said, you know what? That guy will know me. And I am what I am. And if I'm good, they're going to say, oh, I met a good Romanian. And I met, I don't know, some not good. Or I'm not, maybe I met a bad Romanian and I met some good Romanians. The same way. So, and then the same thing. That's why I don't really agree with people here in the United States of certain kind of groups where they're very, very insulted because you're called this or that or this. You know what I mean, right? Let's say I'm an African American and I'm called that or that or that. Oh my God, I feel insulted. It's a fucking word. You associated with something. Yeah, that idiot wanted to hurt you. And that guy succeeded. So he had power over you. Like someone calls me, Emil, you're dumb. Yeah, sometimes I'm dumb. So I don't care. Bye-bye. You just want to hurt me. You're not in control of me. You have to be independent as much as you can. All right, let's go. Whew. Yeah, that's with the gypsies. We are called gypsies by some. Whew. I heard Lavrov's drinking. As long as he's the foreign minister, if по-русски говоришь, no, I might speak Ukrainian. You might be surprised. No, I don't know. I know someone said here, по-русски говоришь, speak English, speak Russian. And then she said, do you speak English? No, Russian. No, I don't speak Russian. I don't speak Ukrainian or anything, but I know a few words like moloko, but I know Ukrainian, not from moloko or other Svenia or things that are not good ones. I don't speak Russian. I would like to speak any kind of language, doesn't matter. So yeah, I don't know why these guys are, so caught into name calling. People are bad people, ignore them. I heard Lavrov's drinking. Okay, lots. Okay, well, good for him. But when you listen to the guy, he sounds drunk, or he sounds, no, I'm not purely Romanian. No. All right. Yeah, we have, let me see here. Will Russia vacate Syria after the war? No, Russia will stay in Syria. That would be a bad, unless Putin and his guys are dead and a guy of weasel will be in control of Russia, then Russia will probably leave Syria. Why should they leave? No. And remember, Russia was invited by the leadership, bad, good or bad, in Syria. It's not occupying. Now you can say, well, do you think that Assad will tell the Russians, get out, they will go out? Assad will never do that because the next day he's going to be dead. The same. It depends who takes his. Let's see here. Is your wife American or an import? No, it's not an import. I didn't buy her, but I married my wife in Romania, and she is Romanian. And I don't want to say anything about that, but I don't like the way things are around here in families. We heard about them when we were in Romania, about how here partners have money, like I have my money and you have your money, and we don't have the money together. What is that? or this is my money, this is my thing, this is my, don't tell me what to do, I'm free and independent. From us over there is like, it's not, doesn't mean that my wife is, in chains in a basement. You know what I mean? She can be in chains, but she has chain basements because she needs to cook for me, right? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but it's just you are together, you're one. We all know our roles. She washes the dishes, but if there are dishes over there, sometimes I do wash them. I do a good job, a fantastic job, because men can do a fantastic job. The problem is, I put the video in front of me, I watch something, and I wash dishes. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah, we have a dishwasher, but I don't like it. I wash it by hand, and that's it. Playing with hot water, because we have hot water. In Romania, we didn't have hot water. My mom had to warm up the freaking water and do it in the 20th century. I said, I can't live in this country. And I was looking at it, no, I can't. I can do better. Yeah, so no, it's not an import. I love your honesty, your spontaneity, and sense of humor. I'm glad you decide to go ahead. And yeah, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here with us, all of us. Because when I'm in, we're all in. That's how I see it. Because we are on the same wavelength. We might not be, 100%. We're like brothers. Actually, is Blood Brothers of Iron Maiden, which I love. That song, Emil. Why won't you take donations, sir? First, I think that I'm monetized as well. Money is needed. You need money. Yes, I would like to have money, because with money you can do a lot of stuff. I have enough. I can always have more. There's no, but I feel donations. I will tell you this. I feel a kind of, I don't know. I'm afraid to say it because it might sound ugly. I feel that it's, I know it's not that, but I feel it's a, how should I put it? Anyway, I can't say that. Someone feels sorry for you, or I know it's not that, but I have to, I will open a whatever party or what, I don't know. I don't even know how it is, but I know that some people say, why don't you take donations? I don't even know how. I will do it, but that's not my main goal. This is my main goal. And if people want to donate to help me, because remember, what I'm doing right now, that's not the end of it. That's just the beginning. You hear me? Just the beginning. I have bigger goals before until those guys come and knock at the door and get me. Hey, Emil, let's go. I have bigger goals in this. And that is with information, not something like crazy. No, information. I would like to create more than we are over here. Much more. I would like to create clubs. I would like to meet face to face. And I don't need money. I do not need money. Okay. I like money, but I don't want them to be given as the main drive or one of the drives for what I'm doing. Obviously, I like, but money coming in, that's why I work. I don't like, money for nothing and chicks for free, dire straits. Let's see. Yes, Ukrainian sounds like Russian. I know. I was about to say something. Yes. I will open whatever for donations, but since it's not one of my main goals, I have a lot of things to do. I have a different. I bought a different laptop, different cameras, everything. I will start editing. I have to learn. I don't know. I would like to pay someone to help me with that. Hey, do this. That you have some, like a picture of a weasel here when you speak, like everybody else. Not everybody else, because you make it more visually likable instead of just hearing me and seeing me. I would like to. Okay, we talk about what's his name, Trudeau. Boom, have Trudeau here in a face or something like that. Or you have, I don't know, talk about a situation. You have another thing over there, a little video going, or discuss things on videos. Hey, this is the video. We're watching it, and then I comment. That's what I want to do, but I have to learn. I don't have anybody to help me. I mean, if you want to come over, Red Rover. I have everything. I have hot water, I have electricity, I have a bed, I have more than one bed, I have food. And remember, I am not kidding. If you want to help me with that, that's fine. Come over. What do you think about Lukashenko? Will be dead within a year? I don't know if Lukashenko will be dead within a year. It all depends on Putin. If Putin stays there and these guys are not pulling the carpet underneath the Lukashenko, inside Belarus, he's going to be forever there. As long as Russia will keep the same attitude of independence versus the other ones and trying to be on equal terms with them, then Lukashenko will be there. I don't think Lukashenko is very sophisticated, but he's got, I don't know, and I don't think he's very, I don't know. I don't want to say more about Lukashenko. I think he's not very sophisticated, but you don't have to be. But maybe you have the right people around you, but how do you know they're the right people? Okay, let me go. It's a lot. I'm sorry, guys. It's just a lot here. And Emil, what do you think about Johannes? And somehow I get the same guy with the picture of Vladimir over there with the glasses. I know that one, like this. I know that picture. He asked me about Johannes. Johannes being the president of Romania. He is not, he is on the payroll of other services. That's my opinion. On the other hand, I do not know. He's all the way. He's with the West all the way. Other than that, he was, actually, he was a teacher at high school where I was. I met him, but I didn't, I don't have a direct, I met him when, I reveal too much now about myself. That's not good. Emil needs more shirts. Well, no, I'm cheap. I have a lot. I didn't realize I have this much. Probably 1 point. I mean, if I buy shirts, I see one shirt, I buy it. I like shoes. I like shoes and guns. I can buy thousands of them, but I like this, you know. That's what I am. How possible do you think nuclear war is on the scale of 0 to 1? Right now, 1, but things can evolve to 10 tomorrow. That's what it is. All right, what is this? You are doing a good job. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Putin is going to visit Minsk tomorrow on the 19th if they don't shoot him down. I have an article here ready to... am I CC? Yeah, all right. The Ukrainians wanted to kill Gerasimov, the guy in charge in military with, what's his name, Shoigu, but Americans stopped them. I have that article I have to make today, because that's very, very interesting. I love... I don't know how to go down only 1. Emil needs some shirts. No, I don't. Okay. Will you be writing a book? I can write a lot of book about a lot of subjects, but I don't have time, my friends. All right, what is this? Thank you for being here and with me. Thank you very much, guys. Well, who shot down MH17, Russia or Ukraine? I don't know. No idea. Russia military complex sounds... I'm right at the beginning, but think Putin. It's a lot of things here, my friends, and I'm reading from Sweden. Östersund, something of East, I guess. But I've been to Sweden. I stayed there a month. I was in Växjö. I went through Malmö. I went to Göteborg. Beautiful country, beautiful people. Yeah. Hi. Think Putin is the only reasonable man? No, I don't think Putin is the only reasonable man. I think he's a patriot. Let's start with that one. He's not an idiot, and he has courage, and he wants to be treated as an equal. That's what the big problems are with that guy. And obviously, he has got some other problems that are negative, but what's that? Oh my God, how do I stop this? It just goes when I go one by one, it starts too much. Tracker, Växjö. Yeah, Växjö. Oh, I know how you say Växjö. Something like that. US hasn't even started to escalate yet. Us or US? I don't know who that is. Okay. After Ukraine, will the US use Georgia? They're always waiting for that. If they're gonna get rid of Putin, yeah, Georgia, but not as to attack. I think the current government of Georgia is Hector. I'm doing all right. Thank you very much. I had some little problems, to be honest with you, but little problems, because complaining about my life would be a pig-like complaint. Other people don't have water. Other people are blown up. Other people don't have where to sleep. Other people are afraid to be shot on the streets or wherever they are. And oh shit, my car, I don't know, did something. Car, you know what I mean? We lose perspective. Like you see these guys that are all, oh, let's redistribute wealth from the wealthy. Yeah, they're wealthy compared with you, but how come we don't distribute your wealth to the, let's say, some people in Africa or some people in this country? Oh, I make only $70,000 a year and they make millions. $70,000 a year? That's a lot of money for a person who makes $3 a day or a week. How about we take your money and give it over there? And why not? I don't like this. They lose proportion. So yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you very much. I hope you guys are doing excellent. Oh my, what is this? Putin, okay. We don't know what's wrong with Georgia. Well, I think they got the message. What is the timeline you predict for the nukes to start flying? I hope they don't start flying. And it depends on what's going on the territory. And I don't think we're going to start flying unless Russia will start losing territory and someone else will attack them with some crazy stuff. They will not use nuclear weapons, I think. I'm 99. Predictions are not a given, you know what I mean? Emil, out of context, did you watch the madness of the World Cup final? Yes, I watched it. It was fantastic. It took my attention off this cruel reality. Tuning from Ethiopia, Eritrea, right? Whatever, I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. Let's see. Georgia, better state. Well, I don't know, Georgia. Zelensky is the worst weasel. He's doing a good job, actually. He's doing a good job like George W. Bush did a good job. I remember when I said, well, George Bush is crazy, stupid. No, the second, the weasel. Not his father, who had more than he. And someone said, no, Emil, actually, he's doing everything right. He's a good follower. The same with Zelensky. He's a weasel, but he's doing exactly what he has to do. So he's a good at what he's doing. He's a good, very good, Timbo to do. He shows up always like determined. Have you seen how he is? What the smack. Anyway. I laughed my ass off when Zelensky said that he wants to fight Putin. I thought I was dying. I was like, oh my God, urări de bine în România, salutare. What is your prognosis on the future of Armenia? I do not know. I do not know much about it. It depends. I think Armenia, I don't know. If it depends who you play with. Because if Armenia is on the American side, I can predict what's going to happen over there. But if it's on the Russian side, again, you can. But I don't know much about Armenia. I don't know. I know they play a very important role in America, Armenians, especially on the West Coast, and including the, but anyway, I wish them all the best. Okay. Hey, Emil, any idea who sent letter to police chief? Supposedly it was not a letter. The police chief of Poland was sent a present, and the present was a rocket launcher, a bazooka or something, and that's what exploded. I don't know, the baboons were playing with it or something and exploded. How is this working? What's this for? I don't know. Can you look through it? Yeah, boom. I don't know what happened, but it was something like that. It was a present, a bazooka, a rocket launcher, something like that. So the guys were like, let me see how. Can I look through it? It's not very clear, but I can see what's on the other side. Is it a monocular or whatever? Boom. I don't know who sent it. I don't think it was meant to kill the guy. I think the guys just mismanaged the use of that particular weapon. All right. Hungarians would get some of Ukraine. What is ours? Would we? No, because United States is going to be around, and as long as United States is around, nobody's going to take anything. So I don't think you're going to take anything as long as United States is around. Hey, Emil, any idea who sent? Yeah, that's the one. Zelensky is the worst weasel. I don't know about that. I said, can I watch you slowly? Yes, slowly, but okay. RPG around. Okay. Wait a minute. Was police chief unable to handle the rocket launcher? I don't know. He tried to stick it in his ass or something and got the wrong use for it. Salutare din Cluj. Salutare. I've been in Cluj, obviously, many times. Yeah, Cluj. Someone says greetings from Cluj. It's a town in Transylvania. Kolozsvár, as the Hungarians call it. I know if you say that, Romanians smack. All right. When will Russia run out of missiles? When they will not be able to produce as much as they use. I think that would be the one. but I don't foresee that happening too often. They will just probably limit the use of their missiles and rockets, and the other ones will also run out of them little by little. So it's going to be like both will like a fire that extinguishes, and from time to time, just like a, I don't know, some they're I can't tell you because I don't know the arsenal, and neither these guys who tell us that they have 3 more or 2 more rockets or this. I don't know. Why don't you tell us how much they have right now? Yeah. Do you think Greece and Turkey go to war? As long as Russia, as long as the United States is around to moderate, I don't think so. Probably they will have some scuffles. I shoot you, you shoot me, and then the United States is going to get the kids, knock them out, and send them to their room. Clean out your freaking room, you too. Oh, someone's Koloshvar Matias Corvinus, I'm assuming it was, because he went down. Is that what it was? Ugh, it went too fast. It goes too fast, and I can't stop it. Oh my God. All right, I think I got back here. Are you coming to Edmonton, Alberta? Isn't Alberta with Louise Lake? I want to see Louise Lake. I think San Louis. No, it's not Louise. I can't remember how it is, but isn't it in Alberta? Calgary, by Calgary, Edmonton. I go everywhere, but time, my friends, time. When you get older, like I do, there's 2 things that I started appreciating, or time, don't have time, so many things to do, time and health. And I remember my mom still tells me that, or older people say, good health, that's all that matters. No, Mom, because you can be a slave and have good health. I don't want to be a slave and a good health. I'd rather be dead than a slave with a good health. Thank you very much. So but now I'm like, time now, rude, being, why? I don't have time for that. I have so many other things to do. Should Transnistria remain in Moldova? Whatever the population on that particular area wants, I have no idea, my friends. It's a lot of BS over there. Oh, all right, let's see, where is that? Where my Hungarian friend, I lost it. All right, and I see some other things. Will Poland invade and liberate Belarus from Russia? No, Poland. Remember, and I'm going to be bad, but honest. Poland will not invade anybody unless the United States allows them. Matias Kirali. Yeah, Kirali is king, right? Isn't it? Kirali, Koloshvar. Yeah, Matias Kirali. Okay, so Snake Island. It can be held by either side due to its small size and total exposure. Well, they gave it back. Romanians taken. Should Romania take over Moldova? Ask the Americans. They will tell you. Everything depends on what Americans want. A lot of Russophobia going on in Europe, sadly. They have to. That's how you rally a country to hate another country, by these weasels. Because if you put a Russian in front of a German, and they start talking and they don't reveal what country they are from, and they can be the best friends, maybe, or the best enemies, but it's created. I mean, should Romania take over Moldova? No, I don't know. Like the smash button. I don't know that thing. Someone said something here. Do you listen to Prophet John Marsheimer? But if that's the person I think you're asking, I can't remember. I used to, but no time. I have so many areas so many people that with this, for instance, and other things, I don't sleep. I sleep 5 hours a day. That's all I sleep. 5 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Crazy. Hey, Count Emil. Oh, yeah. That's not nice. If the Count Emil, cheers, Norok. Yes. Let me see, Emil. Why do you live in a weasel country? Well, give me one that is not weasel. Someone asked me, why do you live in a weasel country? Well, give me one that is not weasel. But, so far, I think it satisfies most my human needs, this country. But give me another country, let's see, give me a suggestion and I consider it. But it's not like I can move whenever I want. Okay. All right. Do you consider Moldovans stupids? No. Again, we can't generalize things like this, because I don't consider Moldovans a genius, and I don't consider Americans stupid. It's each and every person. I mean, you can find a smart or intelligent genius Moldovan, but you can find an idiot Moldovan, or a smart Romanian, an idiot Romanian. The same. It's just a proportion. I don't know. I didn't meet a lot of Moldovans, but as I said, how can I consider a group like that? No, I read a lot of books on IQ, and I kind of know. I know the IQ and all that, and the genetics and epigenetics. Please look into epigenetics. That's epigenetics is going to give you another view on again Moldovans. No, I don't. All right. Did you guys win World War I in 1919? Did you good guys? Well, it was an armistice, wasn't it? I don't know. Anyway, that was not a good what happened there. Remember, the World War I, Germany did not lose at that point when they asked for the armistice or whatever, the stab in the back idea. The Germans did not lose any territory. And then it was taken away. What are your plans for the channel in the future? Well, as I said, I want to exchange this, make it more entertaining, more informative. That's what I need for the first step. Now, if I can, and if I get to that financial freedom, I would like to make more than this. Maybe with other people. That's the plan with this. I don't want to just stop at one. And not me. I want to create like a connection, like a like, let's say, not Emil Kosman's or Emil Kosman's channel, but call it differently. Like, I don't know, Truth and Justice, or I can't use that, I guess, because I know other people might have it, or something like that. And then, have me, other people, like a connection, fighting for the same, same kind of information, and keeping up the same principles. That's what I would like. Patreon channel. I don't have time, my friends. It's just I will tell you about that another emission. Emil, are we still counting Romanian misses? I don't know what it is. Emil, what's your workout like? Is your part of your schedule? Whenever I can, my friends. Whenever I can, I eat once a day, and I drink coffee in the morning until I eat, and I eat about 5, 6, 7. My workout is I don't like running, but I have to. But I ride my bike. I punch the bag. I walk a lot. I go rollerblading. I go swimming. I like in lakes. I don't like go to, but when it allows me, I use obviously weights here and there. I watch what I eat, obviously, because you can inflate in this country like just like this, and I can't do that, and I don't want to do that for physical, for health reasons, and for the way I look and the clothes. What do you think? I'm going to buy a new set of clothes because I'm going to get I'm going to change my cheap. All right, let's see here. Burkina Faso. Oh, from Burkina Faso, living in the US. What is your comment regarding African countries? Wants Russia as a direction in the politics? Thanks for your alternative views. Well, if I remember, I think they should not have any masters. They should look for their own interest, and they should be open for alternatives. The problem is when you're a small country, or not that rich country, or not that strong country, you have to give yourself to someone. And we know the alternatives here. They're not too complicated. And in Burkina Faso, I don't know if the Chinese are over there as well, but look for your own interest, and you have to give some of your, unfortunately, sovereignty, political sovereignty and economic sovereignty with these guys. Otherwise, they will take over. I don't know exactly what kind of natural wealth Burkina Faso has, because if you have it, then you're in trouble. If you don't have it, they will let you just be. Most likely. In Romania, we got not agree with our politicians who sent a lot of rescue to Moldova. Why are very poor already? We are very poor already. Well, oops. Sooner or later, What is this going? Oh, opa, someone said something here. I know a pretty lady in Sibiu with amazing hair. Okay. Interesting. Emil, when will the Nazification of Poland take place? When the United States allows. A lot of things. The countries that are under the US domination will not do anything until they allow them. Why do you think Poland has such a big this with Europe? Because Poland is not Europe's body. Poland is United States' body. I mean, do you think that those guys in charge of Poland, which I tend to, have, I like the certain kind of ideas they have, the guys in charge of Poland, the Polish party that is right now, it's they are under the leadership of these guys in the West, and they can afford saying certain things back to European Union because they know who's the boss, and they know that the United States will do this to the European Union if European Union does something to Poland. So I don't know if they're I don't know, they're not going to attack them. Nobody's going to attack Poland. Klaus Iohannis good for Romania, or was Basescu better? I'm not very familiar with Basescu. I don't know. I think Romania has been under foreign occupation since 1989. Under they threw Ceausescu out, and ask Romanians, go to Romania and see if things are better over there, per general, and the opportunities are over there. But I think you have to change the culture in Romania, the mentality. You have to change it. Hitman, what do you think of Andrew Tate? Andrew Tate, I watched a few things. I think he's I agree with a lot, most of what he says, most being 98% of what he says. I didn't watch it. I watched just a few things. I think he could have smacked what's his name, the weasel, what's his name, that guy who I can't remember his name, that he came and spoke 1 hour with. I can't remember the weasel, the British guy. Man, I can't remember his name. Let's see what's next. Oh, are you worried about being banned by YouTube for noticing? Go ahead. Yeah, I'm there are certain things I can't control, so I'm not worried about the things I can't control. They will ban me, and they will find a reason, but they ban you when you really say something that they have a little nerve on that, or when they will, when you become too known and you become very uncomfortable, then they will ban you. But by that time, maybe I'm going to have other alternatives. And unfortunately, we can't be that independent. So we have to, as that dark alley that I make the analogy of, dark alley that you walk through, and there's a lot of sheds on the floor, on the ground, and you have to jump around without being certain if they're over there or not. That's how we have to deal here in this. I have to cut the crap. I have to make sure that I don't say certain things and live. And that takes a lot of discipline, let's put it this way, from what you want to say and what you will actually say. Because this would be much different if I would live in a fully, protected First Amendment and so on BS. All right, just ignore the whiz. All right. Hi, Emil. Glad to see you live. Thank you. Glad to see you guys. All right, there is a large lodge right next to the police station, Reykjavik police station. What's about that? Speaking of getting banned, any thought of free Masons? Well, they are over there, but that's a lot of conspiracies. No, I don't want to use conspiracies because we conspire all the time. Like right now, you guys and I, we conspired into meeting here and having this thing. We conspired, we planned. There's a lot of people who try to control as much as they can. And believe me, we think of life as being 30 years, 20, 40, 50, 60. But in reality, those guys, those connections with the Freemasons, for instance, or let's say the how do you call it? The kings of European, the bloods, the blood of the, I was about to say blood of the kings, like the Manowar, my favorite band. They created connections hundreds of years. So when we talk about banking systems, or for instance, Freemasons. This guy's been for some time. So I don't know. We are just as where we are, and we can maneuver in how much they allow us. Look, for instance, look at these guys who just ascend very fast to power. When they get over there, they have to meet these guys who are real in control. I remember reading the former British Prime Minister Disraeli, a Jewish guy. I think he was in 1880, something like that. Disraeli. He said in one, I can't remember where I read it. He said, these people who are really in control of us, and he was the prime minister, are very different from you and I. In 1880 something or 1890, he said that. Can you imagine now? I mean, there are connections that what we see, we don't even scratch the surface of what really is over there. And I'm not trying to be like, oh my God, they're over there, but they are. You have the Bilderberg group, and you have the guys with Klaus Schwab and all that. Klaus Schwab is a beginner, but behind there are others. There are levels. I don't think we'll see the five levels that probably are over there. I'm just saying 5 because I don't know how many they are, but there could be 5, could be 2, could be 50, and we see the first 2. Oh my God, we know. Hey, the Bilderbergs. If we are allowed to see that bullshit, that means that there are some other things that we don't even guess what's going on. But what can we do? Communicate, inform one another, try to find out. Emil, you said you'd rather be dead than a slave, but you admire the Roman and Greek empires, which were built on slavery. Are some people destined to be slaves? Well, I admire the Greek and Roman Empire not as having slaves. You see, things are not all or nothing. I admire the Greeks for their military power. Sparta, my favorite. Did they have slaves? Yeah, they were based on killing those. I can't remember how they're helots, whatever they were called. They were have people working for them. I disagree with that, but you can't take everything like Emil. Emil is good? No, Emil is good and bad. I like Emil. Yeah, you like me, but you like certain things. But I have many things that you might not like, or definitely you don't like. The same with Greece and Rome. Look at their architecture. You can say, well, architecture, yeah, but look at how do you call them? Mesopotamia. Okay, look at the Assyrians. Look at Egypt. Oh my God, yeah. But you see, everything builds on others. Was it the engineering of the roads, the Roman roads? Fantastic was. So I'm not supposed to like it. Is the Greek philosophy where they allowed philosophy to flourish? Is it good? Yes, it's good. Was democracy good? I have a problem with that kind of mass democracy. I know that the thoughts were they good in the way of thinking that the Greeks gave us. Yes, I agree that. The empire? No, I'm against empires unless the empires are for good. And what empire is for good? I disagree with slavery. No, that should not be slavery. No, but I can say, well, I don't like the Roman Empire or the Greek whatever because they had slaves. Well, that's a bad thing. Like people say, well, America is evil. Why? Because it has slavery. Okay, but what else it had? I mean, I can point out at anybody and say, I don't like you, you're a bad person because I know you like to, eat this kind of food that is bad, or smoke or drink based on my, no, you can't. You have to look at the entirety. And as I said, it's the proportion between good and bad, and there's certain things that you don't even know. For instance, people say, well, about the religious people with religion. Okay, you guys over there, us over here, others over there, fine. That's fine. Don't impose that on me. You can try to convert me or to get me in that. That's fine. I don't want to be compelled. I don't want to be pushed into that. And they say, well, how was the world? How did it start? And if I say, my answer is this, I don't know. The Bible knows. No, I'm not going to take that. There are things we don't know. We have to say we don't know. The same here. Yeah, I like Greece. I like Rome. I like many other empires. Certain things in empire, not the empire as being an evil. An empire is an evil because it takes over other countries and so on, other people. But a lot of things good happened from empires. For instance, when Rome went and conquered and expanded, they brought the Roman law to the guys that the law was I have a bigger this and I'm going to take it from you, which the Romans did as well, right? But they create a Roman law, they create architecture, they taught people how to, I don't know, wash their teeth with urine or something. But they did that. They brought certain things through the same. They say, well, colonialism was bad. Yes, it was bad. But do you think that colonialism was all bad? I don't think so. The same is like Ceausescu was bad, or what's his name? This guy, Zelensky is bad. No, he's bad here, but he's good there. So yeah, I don't. That's what my thing with this. And yes, I would rather die than be a slave. That's for sure. If I can't break out, maybe I will try to break out and they kill me. That's the way it would be. That's why I'd like to see myself, because when we are involved in something, we might act very differently than what we actually right now. Yeah, you know what, guys? I'd rather die than be a slave. And if someone enslaves me tomorrow, I'll be like, don't kill me. Let me be. And what do you want me to suck? Right now, what do you want me to do? Probably I would be like that, because you don't know until you do it. Put in the situation, put in the circumstance. So it's a lot of things here with intellectuals. And let me tell you guys, there's one thing and the other one is in reality. But it doesn't mean you can't express what you think you would do. Whew. Oh, let's see, how is this? Demonica Levinsky or suffer regime change. That's funny. All right. How can I stop if I do like this? Do you think the collective West is starting to figure out? Do you think the collective West is starting to figure out the U.S. doesn't have their best interest? Also, what do you think of Alex Jones? Thanks. Well, what do you mean by collective West? Because you have to divide it in many groups. If you take collective West as the leaders, they know. They do it consciously. They know. If you talk about the population, some of them start seeing, some of them will never see it. That's what a collective West would be. And they have to understand, and we have to understand, that the United States, we say, well, the United States is evil, that does that. But it's just accomplishing its own interest. And by doing that, it pushes other people around. Or, okay, you go to get a job. You go over there and you try to compete and outcompete other people. You say, well, it's fair. It's not fair, because you have maybe more knowledge than that person. Maybe you're a little bit more, more flair, have charisma. And you take the guy's job and you were maybe not that smart at that guy, but you got a job. So should you not follow your interest regardless? So yeah, if it's not United States, do you think people think, oh, I had this comment a few times and I have to say it because I disagree with that. Some of my friends that commented, I read comments when I have a chance. Some other people send to me text or something. Hey, did you read this comment? Did you read this comment? And some of my friends that commented said, that China is a good country. China, no, tell me when China did something bad. Challenge me with these kind of things. And I'm saying maybe it's the impotence. And I'm saying that not of China, of anyone. If you take out United States and the Western Europe and people that could counter China, do you think that China would be the philosopher king that Plato was talking about, or Socrates, in the name of Socrates? Do you think that's how it's going to be? I don't think so. They will be like United States. We're going to look for their interest, and because they will able to do whatever they want, they will do it. So we criticize United States because United States right now is the strongest, is the guy. But if United States goes, the next one will do probably the same thing, will act in the same manner. I don't know if it's going to achieve the same thing based on what the potential. That's what I think about that to figure out. And then what do you think about Alex Jones? I watched Alex Jones a long time ago, a few times, and I think that he had a lot of courage. I give him that crazy courage in saying things that I disagreed with. I thought some of them were untrue. Some people were true. I was like, oh my God, look at this guy is telling that. I think he was, as I said, very, very courageous. And regarding what happened to him right now, look what happens with Kanye West. And they tell us we live in a free world and you can say whatever, freedom of speech. If this kind of consequences, and they're going to run Kanye West down as much as they can. And that's mostly for an example to you and I and others that might try. I don't know. I suspect that Elon Musk is left alone for a little bit. But if he's not going to be touched, that's a problem. You should start being skeptical and wait. Because if he's going to be allowed to do what he says he wants to do, and he starts to do, because that's the way it is. You have people who show up, I'm going to give you like me, and hey, guys, fight the man, and be on the payroll of the man. But you don't know that. And I give you this, I get you here, and little by little, I turn you left and right. You don't know. I don't know. I'm not implying that Elon Musk is this and this, but he's allowed to do certain things. He's allowed. That's the word. And we see how far other people on the YouTube that say, comment on things and say things that other people are banned right there, they're still there. How come? Because they're part of the team and they're allowed. Because when you do something, you do like this. I give you 5 little ones, but I get the big one back. So that's a trade. They say, you think, oh, that guy is doing this, oh, that's with us. But you don't realize that he's giving other things that you don't know. He's giving those things. He feeds you with that. So I don't know about Elon Musk. I don't know about Alex Jones. Alex Jones was done. Clear. He was not working with those guys. But I don't know, for instance, Kanye West, they're going to destroy him. Why do you think that weasel, Bill Gates, is the friends of everyone? He's not touching shit. Not because he really thinks that way. And they get him. They have him. They have him. If Bill Gates starts saying something about this and that, like for instance, I don't know, telling the truth or saying something opposing the script, do you think that we're not going to find out that he slept with that, did this, and they're going to destroy him? He's going to himself. That's what's breaking bottle with hidden iron. Why? What's that? Remember the video you made, breaking bottle with hidden iron? I don't know what hidden iron is, but I know the breaking bottle. Oh, the hidden iron. Nothing was hidden. Everything was that. Was a plaque down there of metal. It was the bottle. It was me. Yeah, that's the way you do it. And I can do it in other ways as well. I can put it upstairs, up, and take the bottle's neck like that as well. Yep. What was that? I don't know. Just I guess I was upset with YouTube at that point because YouTube did something to me for a week. I think it was a week, wasn't it? Or 2 weeks, a week? I don't know, something like that. And I was upset with that. And it was a sign of frustration, maybe. That's what I think it was with that. Nothing too deep about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Emil, open a Rumble account and speak your mind on some videos. The problem is they will end up in other areas and then you get in trouble with others if you speak your mind as much. What is this? How is your life similar to the life of Nadia Comaneci? How is my life similar to the life of Nadia Comaneci? Nadia Comaneci was young, and Nadia Comaneci, the gymnast. Nadia Comaneci was young, and unfortunately, she was abducted, click, by the powers over there and used as much, promoted. And she was, she worked hard. She got to be what she was. And then she was hanging around with Ceausescu's son, Nicu Ceausescu. So from that point of view, it was okay. But then supposedly she was like, she got some, I think, from what, I don't know much about that because people lie. And the information you get today, tomorrow, they say that's not true. But I don't know. I know that she's in the United States of America. She has her own club somewhere in, I can't remember when, somewhere in the I can't remember when she is. I know where she is, but I can't remember right now. I can't comment on that, but good that she's doing all right. Well, let me see. What do you, when did you first swallow the red pill? Depending on what? On politics? Because there's many subjects when you read the red pill. In politics, whenever something, you see, you create a worldview. The engine was injustice, but you are just based on the information and knowledge you have, and then that would be the justice and injustice. But in order to know, that's why the end of my videos are stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Because the first one, stay strong. That means you have to be courageous, you have to be strong, you have to keep the course, and then stay smart. That means you have to accumulate knowledge. You have to get information and use the information to to analyze things and get to conclusion. And then then the next one is what? Strength. Look for the truth. Look for the truth. You have to have a mental objectivity when you look for the truth. Look at any angles, as many angles that you can to get the truth. Okay. And then after that, you are able to distribute or to figure out what is most likely right or not right. If you don't have those, and you need some other sub sections, that's why I thought about being strong, smart, look for the truth, being objective, and look for different angles, other people, other points of view. And then after that, you realize distribute justice. Because after all, if you just know things and you stay, well, I know that, and I don't act. Oh, I know the rape that occurs over there is wrong, but I'm not acting. It's not enough only to know. If you know that's the good or bad, what's good and what's bad, and you don't act, you're just halfway. I mean, you're gonna be what? And then you have the strength, the power, the courage. The four ancient Greek virtues. Courage was the first one, because without courage, you're not gonna act in anything. You're not gonna act in starting learning. You're not gonna act in getting involved in dispensing justice, in being moderate, balanced, equilibrium, balance that. You need courage to fight against the urges and so on. Oh man. So I don't know about the red pill in life with women. With what red pill? Well. Oh well. All right, my friends. Let's see what's here. I'll go here. Recipe for winemaking or Asian country. No, I did not visit an African or Asian country, unfortunately. But have you ever visited Mexico? No, I didn't go to Mexico. I'm open to going anywhere. That's knowledge, that's information, that's direct experience. I'm all for that. I was just censored by YouTube. I don't know. I'm surprised that we're still here. I think I did a good job trying to jump around the things, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm sorry that this is a situation with they have to moderate us, because that's what's going on here. That's what's well, we're wrong words. We all use them, but we have to. Sometimes we make mistakes. Unfortunately, we are punished for those mistakes immediately, or punished. Other people are not, and then that's not just. How do you know that? Because you feel it. In this case, you know what they say and what they do, and it's a disproportion over there. So, my friends, I don't know. I can go on and on, but I don't want to. I don't even know how much time I've been here. Oh, 2 hours. Jesus Christ. I can't. Oh, my. I had a friend who used to tell me that you didn't come out for air. I think that's the way I was right now. I didn't drink anything to moist my or wet my throat or anything. But my friends, I can't believe it's. Was that 596? This is the number of the people here. Jesus Christ, I'm surprised. Not surprised. I'm surprised that people give me and give us the time to do this. And that's extraordinary. That's fantastic. I can't say anything more than I thank you for that. I think I should close this. I read over there. Thank you very much. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas and whatever you celebrate. I hope you and your family are healthy. Keep your mind healthy, and thank you very much for being with me. I'm going to continue doing these things. If you're not going to hear from me, there again, that's two options. One, I died for whatever causes. All right. So just so you know, I'm not that important, but just so you know, I'm not going to leave this. So it's either I die or I'm taken away. If you know what I mean, taken away. Okay. Well, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Now let's see where it's at. End stream. See you later, my friends. See ya.